Hello everyone. Here we will be discussing the module 4 of the power electronics. Myself Deepashri AP. The syllabus of module 4, it is shown in the slide. Block diagram of digital voltmeter, that is DVM. So digital voltmeter is a measuring instrument that can converts analog voltage signal to digital so that it can be displayed. DVM have various features such as speed, automation, operation and programmability. Several varieties of DVM differ in the following ways, that is number of digits, number of measurement, accuracy, speed of reading, digital output of several types. DVM displays AC and DC voltages as discrete number. Numerical readout is advantageous because of decrease in human error. So it consists of an ADC. ADC means analog to digital converting. So obtained input will be analog, and then signal processing. So this converted signal should be processed, and data transmission element, and finally display. So for ADC we need a reference. So this is the reference signal. So every ADC requires a reference. The reference is generated internally, and the reference generator circuit depends on type of ADC technique used. So this reference signal depends upon what type of ADC. So there are so many types of ADC. What type of ADC we are choosing, depending upon that our reference signal will be chosen. The output of ADC is decoded and signal is processed in the decoding stage. Such a decoding is necessary to drive the 7-segment display. The data from the decoder is then transmitted to the display. The data transmission element may be a latches, counters, etc. as per the requirement. It can be latches, counters. A digital display shows the necessary digit result of the measurement. Ramp type DVM. The operating principle is to measure the time that a linear ramp takes to change input level to ground level or vice versa. That is how operating principle behind this is to measure the time that a linear ramp uh, takes to change the input level to ground level. Time period measured with electronic time interval counter. Count is displayed as a number of digits on an display. In beginning, voltage is initialized, that is counter is reset to 0. So initial stage, counter is reset to 0. Ramp voltage continuously compared with the voltage is being measured. So ramp voltage starts this is the ramp voltage. This is the ramp. This is the start of the ramp. Till this, so ramp voltage is continuously measured with the voltage to be measured. When the two voltages become equal, a coincidence clock generates a pulse which opens the gate. See, at this point, this is the ramp and this is the voltage to be measured. So at this instant, both the voltages become equal. So a clock will be generated, a clock which opens the gate. Input comparator generates a start pulse. coming to the block diagram, here we can see the input comparator generates a start pulse. Input comparator. This is the input comparator. This will be generating a start pulse. And ramp continues until second comparator senses that ramp has reached zero value. So it will be continuing to provide the pulse for the gate start pulse until this second comparator senses that it has reached the zero value. Ground comparator compares the ramp with ground. Compares the ramp value with ground. When ramp voltage equal to 0 or reaches ground potential, the ground comparator generates stop pulse. That is, when the ramp voltage reaches 0 or ground potential, then it ramp generates ground potential. Then the ground comparator generates a stop pulse here. The output pulse from this comparator closes the gate. That will close the gate. Time duration of gate opening is proportional to the input voltage level. So time opening of the gate, which is proportional to the input voltage level. In the time interval between start and stop pulse, gate opens and oscillator circuit drives counter. That is, between this start and stop pulse, this oscillator circuit drives the counter. Magnitude of count indicates the magnitude of the input voltage. So the magnitude of count indicates the magnitude of input voltage. Therefore, the voltage is converted into time and the time count represent magnitude of the voltage. The main advantages of this is it is easy to design, low cost, output pulse can be transmitted over long feeder lines. The disadvantage is large error due to noise superimposed on the input signal. Dual slope integrating type digital voltmeter. Voltage to time conversion. In this technique, noise is averaged by the positive and negative ramps using the process of integration. With the help of integration, the positive and noise in the positive and negative ramps are averaged. The principle behind this is input voltage, that is EI, is integrated with the slope of the integrator output proportional to the test input voltage. Output will be proportional to the test input voltage. After a fixed time t1, input voltage is disconnected and the integrator input is connected to the negative and voltage is minus ER. That is, after this, input voltage is disconnected and the integrator input is connected to negative voltage, that is minus ER. The integrator output will be a negative slope which is constant and proportional to the input voltage. So after T1, the integrator output will be negative slope which is a constant and proportional to the input voltage. So here we can see the block diagram of dual slope type DVM. So First, initially counter is reset and the flip-flop output is logic 0. So counter is reset and flip-flop will be logic 0. When the switch S1 is closed, SR will be open. That is, when this is closed, this will be open. So when this is closed, EI will appear at this point and integrated output will be obtained at E0. That is, when switch S1 is closed, the capacitor begins to charge. As soon as the integrator output exceeds 0, the comparator output changes state. So when this output changes exceeds 0, comparator output changes state, which operates gate so that the oscillator clock pulse fed to the counter. So when this changes the state, that output is given to the input of the AND gate. So another input of AND gate is the oscillator clock. So when this is high, the gate opens so that the oscillator clock fed to the counter. When the counter reaches maximum count, that is 9999, here on the next clock all the digits should be 0000 and the counter activates flip-flop to logic 1. So that when it reaches the maximum count, it activates flip-flop to logic 1. This activates the switch drive, that is EI. So logic, when it reaches the maximum count, it gives a pulse so that it latches the flip-flop to logic 1, and then switch drive disconnects SI and connects SR. Integrator output will have negative slope. That is, this SR, when SR is closed and SI is open, negative voltage is given to the integrator, and it will be having now negative slope. That is, the output voltage decreases linearly to 0 volt. Comparator output changes again and locks the gate. So the comparator output changes the states and it locks the gate. Locks the gate means it will not allow this clock pulse to flow through this. Once discharge time T2 is proportional to the input voltage. That is the capacitor discharge time. It is proportional to the input voltage. Counter indicates the count during T2. When negative slope of the integrator reaches to 0, the comparator switches to state 0. That is, when the negative slope reaches to 0, comparator switches to 0. And the gate closes, that is, C discharges with a constant slope. As soon as the comparator input E0 is 0, the counter is stopped. Pulse counted by the counter thus have direct relationship with the input voltage. So pulse counted will be having the direct relationship with the input voltage. During charging, E0 will be given by E0 equal to minus 1 by RC. 0 to T1 will be the time period where capacitor charging time. So 0 to T1 EI dt, that is minus EI T1 divided by RC. During this charge, it is E0 equal to 1 by RC. 0 to T2 minus ER dt, that is which is equal to minus ER T2 divided by RC. Subtracting 5.1 subtracting these two equations, that is minus ER minus E0. E naught minus E naught, that is minus ERT2 divided by RC minus EIT1 divided by RC. So I can take RC this side, that is E naught minus E naught, it will be 0 here. So I can say if I bring this to other side, that ERT2 by RC equal to EIT1 divided by RC will be the, that is I can equate like this. If the oscillator period equals T and the digital counter indicates N1 and N2 counts respectively, so EI equal to N2T divided by N1T into ER, that is EI equal to N2 by N1 into ER. Now N1 and ER are the constant, so let K equal to ER divided by N1, then EI equal to K1 N2. ADC, that is analog to digital converter. So common principle of ADC is staircase, ramp and direct compensation. Let us see what is direct compensation. That is when the input signal is compared with the internally generated voltage, which is increased in steps from 0. Number of steps needed to reach full compensation is counted. A simple compensation type is staircase ramp. That is, input signal is compared with the internally generated voltage, which is increased step by step from 0. So when number of steps needed to reach full compensation is counted, a simple compensation type is called staircase ramp. Coming to the staircase ramp, so here we have the block diagram for the staircase ramp. It consists of VI and VC and DAC, reference voltage, display counter and gate clock. So VI with internal staircase voltage, VC, that is here VI input voltage, and this is the internal staircase voltage VC generated by the series circuit consisting of pulse generator, counter, DAC. That is, this pulse, internal pulse is generated by a series circuit consisting of pulse generator, counter and DAC. When VI equal to VC, input comparator closes the gate between a clock and the counter. So when this voltage becomes equal, here we will get high. So this AND gate is activated. It allows clock to pass to the counter and the output is shown on the display. The output will be shown in the display. Now clock generates pulses continuously. At the start of the measurement, counter is set to 0. That is, a counter is reset initially. Reset to 0. At that time T1, so since counter is 0, DAC output will also be 0. If VI is not equal to 0, input comparator applies an output voltage, that is VI is not equal to 0, input comparator applies an output voltage that opens the gate. So here we will get a output voltage which will open the gate so that the clock pulse are passed to the counter. So when VC equal to VI, input comparator closes the gate between the clock and the counter. Counter stops and the output is shown in the display. Now if VA is not equal to 0, that is this input is not equal to 0, input comparator applies an output input here a voltage output voltage will appear which opens the gate so that the clock pulse are passed to the counter. The counter starts counting. DAT starts to produce output voltage increasing by 1 step at each count of the counter. That is, counter starts counting from this point, we can see, and it goes on increasing by each step. So DAC provides the corresponding output voltage increasing by each step at each count of the counter. The result is staircase applied to the second input of the comparator. So here we can get a staircase like this, and that will be obtained here, and it is given to the second input of the comparator. The process continues until staircase voltage is equal to or slightly greater than the input voltage VA. So this continues until when the this voltage is equal to or slightly greater than VA. Until that, this process continues. At instant T2, output voltage of the input comparator changes state. At this point, the output voltage of the comparator changes the state or polarity so that the gate closes. It changes the polarity or changes the state. So due to that, gate closes and counter stops. So if the gate closes, this clock will not flow and counter stops counting. Each count corresponds to a constant DC step in the DAC. So each count, it corresponds to a constant DC step in the DAC output voltage. The number of the count is directly proportional to the VC and hence to VA. So the number of the counts is directly proportional to VC and VA. This is how ramp type staircase works. And the advantage, input impedance high when compensation is reached. Accuracy depends on stability and accuracy of voltage and DAC. The main disadvantage is reading is unstable until full compensation is reached. The input impedance is low. So when the compensation is reached, it has high input impedance. Until that, it has low input impedance. Successive approximation ADC. ADC means analog to digital converter. In this technique, used is by using balance and placing the object one by one side and approximate weight on the other side, the weight of the object determined. So let us see the block diagram. In that, it consists of input attenuator, sample and hold, a comparator, DAC, control register, gate, AND gate, delay, start stop multivibrator, ring counter and a reference. So when the start pulse activates control circuit, SAR register will be cleared. Initially this register will be cleared. That means from D0 to D7 it will be having 0 value. So digital to analog converter output, this output Vout of this will be 0. Now if Vin is greater than Vout, comparator output will be positive. So this output will be positive. During the first clock, that is control circuit will set this D7 bit to 1. So corresponding output, when this is set to 1, Vout will be half the reference voltage, and now that Vout compares with Vin. If Vout is greater than Vin, comparator output will be negative and the control circuit resets this set bit, and if V in is greater than V out, comparator output will be positive and the control circuit keeps the D7 set. These are the two different conditions. Now start pulse applied to multi-vibrator. Here we can see that start stop multi-vibrator. So start pulse is applied to multi-vibrator. This is set 1 in MSB of the control register and 0 in all other bits. So when the start pulse is applied, it sets 1 here and all other bits will be 0. This initial setting of register causes the output of D to A converter to be half the reference voltage. So when this is set, the output becomes half the reference voltage. Converter output is compared to unknown input by the comparator. So this is the unknown input. Now converter output, that is digital to analog converter output, is compared with unknown input. If Vin is greater than Vout, comparator output produces output to retain 1 in setting its MSB bit. That is, when Vin is greater than Vout, comparator output produces an output to retain 1 in setting in its MSB bit. So whatever bit it is set, it retains that bit here and converter continues to supply reference. Now ring counter advances one count, counting 1 1, that is 1 1 0 0, D7 and D6 is 1 1, rest all bits 0. This causes digital to analog converter to increase its reference output by 1 increment to 1 by 4 volt, that is 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4, and again compared with unknown input. So the output becomes 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 and that output again compared with the unknown input. If the total reference voltage exceeds unknown voltage, the comparator produces the output that causes the control register to reset its second bit to 0. That is, the second bit is set to 1. So here again it compares if the total reference voltage exceeds the unknown voltage, the comparator produces the output that causes the control register to reset its second bit, so that the output is produced here after comparing, which resets the previous set bit, that is D6. This converter output then returned to its previous value of 1 by 2 volt, waits for another input of SAR. In this way, SAR, successive approximation ADC, works. The corresponding table is shown here, and here we can see D7 to D0, all the bits mentioned, and the input Vin given is 1 volt, and first initially all the register will be 0 and after that it will be D7 will be set. So after D7 is set, the comparator compares Vin and Vout. Vin is less than Vout, D7 will be reset, then the output voltage is 2.5. Now next, that is D6 is set. So here again comparator compares and the output voltage is 1.25. So when it compares, then again D6 resets and again the next bit D5 is set, and again Vin is compared with Vout. If Vin is greater than Vout, D5 is retained there, and the next D4 is set, checking for comparator, that is V in is greater than V out, so D4 is set and it is retained. Next D3 is set, V in is less than V out in this case, so D3 is reset, and in the same next D2 is set, so V in is less than V out, so D2 is reset, D1 is set, V in is greater than V out in this case, so D1 is retained there in the set condition. The last one is D0 is 1, so V in is greater than V out, so D0 is retained in the set condition. Corresponding output voltages, it is here, and given input voltage is 1 volt, so that is the corresponding output voltage. Refer my blog Explore Electronics, and the path for the blog is given. Please do subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for the notification of the updates. Thank you. Keep watching.